Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of Rutherford is brought to you by Rothman Orthopedics. Rutherford fresh off a second straight sectional championship and the first North Group 2 Bowl title in state history. So you know the Bulldogs feel good coming into 2019. They hit the road in Week 0 to face Manchester Regional. The Bulldogs receive the opening kickoff, but their first possession doesn't last long. Evan Ward gets picked off by Sammy Vieira. Remember that name. The Falcons take right over on offense. And Manchester has some serious athletes. Freshman Nakaisi Jackson on his first varsity handoff. And man, that's some way to start your high school career. Jackson downfield for the 70-yard touchdown. He's got some wheels. Manchester with a 6-0 lead. Rutherford takes a 7-6 lead after a short touchdown run, but the Falcons turn right around. Sammy Vieira with space outside, and he's long gone. Vieira goes 71 yards. Manchester raising some eyebrows here. It's a 13-7 game after one. The Bulldogs would lean on the rushing attack as well. Great vision and patience here from Harold Kwan. Kwan hustles for a huge 38-yard gain. And then the drive is capped off by senior Kris Guzman. Kids, check this out. This is why you never stop churning your legs. Guzman from 15 yards gives Rutherford a 14-13 lead early in the second. Back and forth now in the second quarter. Rutherford punting on fourth down, the low line drive. It's gathered up by Jamal Deloach. And look at Deloach finding some space along the home sideline. He's going to take a couple of hits here, but end up inside the red zone. And then Manchester takes advantage of the field position. 2 plays later, Vieira finds pay dirt. Manchester leading 20-14 as we go into the half. Opening drive for Manchester in the third, and we've got a loose ball. There's a fight at the pile. Rutherford's William Calvo comes up with it at midfield. It's a big turnover. And it only takes 3 plays before Rutherford cashes in. Brian Nguanti finds an opening along the sideline, and he's running for the end zone. Nguanti goes 34 yards to put the Bulldogs back on top. It's a 21-20 game in the third. NJIC fans, you better get familiar with this name. Sammy Vieira. Once more, check out these moves. Vieira is money from 40 yards out. Manchester now in front with a 26-21 lead. 6.5 minutes left in the third. The rushing attacks on both of these teams was simply stellar. Kris Guzman with a great cut, and he's booking it. Watch the big man rumble for 42 yards. He's a tough customer. And after a run like that, you know you gotta feed him again. Great push by the O-line. Guzman into the zone from 2 yards out. Rutherford leads 28-26 going into the fourth. And talk about a seesaw battle. Manchester had a response for every big Rutherford play. This time, Xander Cologne finds who else? Sammy Vieira for 31 yards. Then to close out the drive, Vieira once more. The young man had a career day. He found the zone 4 times. This one gives Manchester a 32-28 lead early in the fourth. But the Bulldogs have no problems on the ensuing possession. Ward goes play action and finds Pat Cerulli wide open for the 15-yard score. Rutherford back in front once more. 7:58 left in the game. It's 35-32. Manchester has tons of time to play with. They've got to go 65 yards to win. On fourth down, Cologne finds Javier Nunez to keep the drive alive. Another run on fourth down here, this time inches to go. Cologne fights tough and picks up the first down just outside the 25. Now, 4th and 11, the game on the line, and the Bulldog defense buckles down. That sack by Jonah Gusiera will clinch the win for Rutherford. Man, there's no other way to put it. That was a fantastic game. Rutherford pulls out of it with a 35-32 win. Great defensive stand in the end there from the Bulldogs. They bent, but they didn't break. Rutherford lost a stellar senior class from a year ago, but showed they still have that championship fight. And the star of the game, that would be Kris Guzman, after his 3-touchdown performance. Check this out. He missed training camp this summer for basic training with the military, and he's only been back a week, but by the looks of it, it sure didn't show.
When I came back here about last week, it was basically we're just going to run the ball. We got a lot of big guys up front, so it's just really pound it until they just want to quit. I still remembered most of the stuff just because it's been ingrained in my head for 3 years. So it just came natural. It was just still rusty from coming back, but we'll get better over time.
Reporting from Halden, I'm Jay Cook with JerseySportsZone.com.